Hello, this video is about the Kodak Ektar H35. It's a half frame film camera, and I've also taken the roll and I've developed it with this CS41 color simplified developing kit that you can do at home. And I won't go into all the things needed to do that or show you how to do that. There's a lot of videos out there on that. This is more showing this camera, taking some pictures and developing and see what they look like. So this little camera, really lightweight. It's got flash. It's the half frame camera. Takes a standard Kodak or any brand really 35mm roll of film. I used ISO 200 speed in my pictures, and so I got about 72 pictures on the 36 roll, being half frame, using this kit. Now the steps for mixing and keeping the water temp, I followed the instructions on that, but I also came up with a box to help with the timing. So I followed the standard directions, running the temperature at 102 degrees Fahrenheit and for 3.5 minutes. So I set this box up for those settings. So 3.5 minutes on the developer at 102 degrees, and then the Blix about the same temperature for 8 minutes, and then my rinse for 3 minutes, and at least 7 fills, dumping fills of the canister. And then I have the optional stabilizer 1 minute. So when I got my film in the canister and I'm ready to start, I would just press developer, and it's telling me to agitate, I call it rotate, the canister, the drum. And then I start the process of inversion, so taking the canister and inverting it up and down for the 30 seconds. And then after that 30 seconds is up, the light will go off, and then that's the rest period where I let the canister sit while the film is bathed in the solution of the developer. So now it's waiting. And then this light will come back on after the 30 seconds, and then I'll start the inversion up and down of the canister. And then when the 3.5 minutes is up, this finish light will come on, and then I will open the canister lid and I will dump the developer back into my bottle. So I can reset the timing. So when I'm done with the developer, I'll go to the Blix, and that's just a timer of the same function but longer, right? So it's going 8 minutes. So it's same process, rotate or agitate, and then the up and down inversion every 30 seconds up to the 8 minutes, and then the light will say finished. And then this is just a basic rinse. It's a 3-minute. Light comes on 3 minutes and then shuts off. Okay, my chemicals are ready. I'm going to warm this up. I've got my film installed in the container. And start with the developer first. Pour it right in. And then I'm going to start my timer. So I'm going to agitate for 10 seconds. Okay, I'll put the lid on. Make sure it's all the way on. We're going to invert it. And let it sit for 15 seconds. When my light comes back on, I'm going to invert it again. Okay. That's it. So this uses the Arduino microprocessor, and I prototyped it here, and basically took this and put it into a box, 3D printed the box, assembled the code online, and it's not too difficult once you understand on this board what each pin represents. And you can run it off your computer for the coding, but afterwards you can run it off a regular block. So each one of these was my functions, just like what I put in the box. That's my 3-minute timer. And then reset. So that's the example of that. But yeah, I've developed 2 rolls so far. I did a half a mix, and the second roll I did a week later, and they turned out pretty good. So, alrighty, well, what I'll show next is the pictures. And the pictures are from this little camera, the Kodak. And I would open it up, but I have some film in it, so. But it has the flash here, where you turn it on to flash. And it's ready. Very lightweight, put it in your pocket. And that's that. Alrighty, so let's take a look at those pictures. Okay, well, here's the photos from the negatives. I got my viewer, and I can run through these and save them to the SD card. And then print them out. So I say they're pretty good for what the camera is. Like I say, they're half frame. So, for instance, this photo here, I did like a close up, and then I kind of stepped back. This one I thought was pretty cool for nighttime. And so I take one of the half images and I kind of blow it up into the camera to print it out. There's like smaller, and then I got closer with that one. Thought this turned out pretty good. XR here. And it was getting late in the day, you know, and image like this, the Matterhorn, just using good old Kodak 36, ISO 200, and there we go, there's that and that. So yeah, I think they turned out pretty good. Old school, you know. Alrighty, well, got the negatives, put them in storage, and yeah, so the photos from the negatives first time went rather well, I think. All right, thank you for watching.